Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for gathering this evening at the Old Dog Tavern. And now, for your pleasure, please welcome to the stage the Kalamazoo's Update Team.
Good evening. Welcome to the Kalamazoo's Update Show. I am your anchor, Bill Watson. Here are tonight's top stories. Over the weekend, members of the Westboro Baptist Church were on hand at Arlington National Cemetery to protest Barack Obama's service.
Boo.
Yes. The protest was mostly peaceful, but did draw some special attention from a similarly prestigious group to the Westboro Baptist Church, the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh.
Not kidding. The KKK is now the latest in a long list of questionable counter-protest groups to the Westboro Baptist Church, including NAMBLA and Skynet.
Oh.
It's interesting, I didn't know that about Skynet. When visiting Ireland recently, President Barack Obama stopped into a pub to connect with some of the locals. When a dark-haired gentleman asked him what the two might have in common, Obama replied that he too was black Irish.
Oh.
At which point the two men became drunk and fought to the death.
Oh.
President Obama won the match by promising the Irishman more porridge in the future, at which point SEAL Team 6 came in and finished the job. Also over the weekend, former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin attended the Rolling Thunder rally for the troops outside the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. She arrived to the event on the back of a Harley-Davidson dressed in black leather. Unfortunately for Palin, however, not everyone at the rally was happy to see her and claimed that the Veterans Benefit was not a place for politicians. What a relief, said Palin.
No.
I'm just here to sell my book. Washington, D.C. is just the first of many tour stops for Palin this summer as she tours the East Coast in what her political action committee has described as an effort to educate Americans on the country's founding principles. Although Palin officials were vague on what those founding principles are, you can be sure they involve God, family, and how to make money off your principles, as well as your God and your family. I have another Palin joke if you want it.
Yeah.
Although Palin officials were vague on what those founding principles are, you can be sure they involve liberty, equality, and hunting from a helicopter.
Yeah.
In local news, the city of Grand Rapids has gone viral. Last week, city officials released an amazing lip-dub single-shot video of various downtown landmarks as city residents lip-synced along to a live version of Don McLean's American Pie. The nearly 10-minute video is visually stunning and proves once again that white people love Grand Rapids. Watch the video, you'll see what I mean. Alright, earlier this month, Harold Camping predicted the rapture to have occurred on March 21st. On March 23rd, Camping said that he had been incorrect in his earlier guess and changed his story to predict the apocalypse sometime later in October. Here now to comment on Camping's predictions and make one of her own is our very own Madame Bouvier. Madame Bouvier, everybody. Thanks for joining us, Madam.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So, what can you tell us about Camping's predictions?
Oh, they're terrible. He's a total amateur. Never lead with the apocalypse.
Never?
Never.
Are you sure?
Yes. First, let me tell you. Let me tell you why his October prediction is wrong.
Please do.
Alright. Well, first off, Jesus is the biggest juggalo you'll ever meet.
Whoa.
That's true.
After suffering serious injuries at the gathering last summer, he wasn't able to make it to the Halloween concert at St. Andrew's Hall in October.
Right, that's
He's
disappointing.
not going to miss it this year, folks. Not going to miss it. Just think, you, me, and the big JC in Detroit this year. Whoop, whoop.
Woo woo.
That's family right there.
That actually sounds terrifying. I'm scared of Jesus. What else could be wrong with Camping's October prediction?
Clearly, his prediction flies in the face of the more plausible Mayan prediction
Right.
of the world ending in 2012.
I see.
Which you can figure out in the documentary of the same name, 2012, narrated by John Cusack and Woody Harrelson.
Fantastic documentary. Okay, well I can see why camping might not be qualified to predict the future, but what about you? What makes you such an expert?
I warned Hitler to avoid a land war in Asia.
Oh, well that's actually very sound advice. Wait, does that mean that you knew Adolf Hitler?
Silence! I feel another prediction coming on.
Oh, this ought to be good.
It is good. Wait, no! It's bad! It's bad. Camping is all wrong. He's all wrong.
No kidding.
No. It's epic!
I'm sure it is.
I predict the fate of the world will be decided this summer.
This summer?
Yes. A final battle between good and evil.
Oh, a final battle this summer between good and evil. What else do you see, Madame Bouvier?
Yes. I see a young man fighting for his life against all odds.
This could really be important. What else do you see, Madame Bouvier?
I see round glasses, a scar on his forehead.
Well, Madame Bouvier, that's the plot to Harry Potter.
Right again!
Madame Bouvier, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. Maybe work on your predictions too. In other news, last week several cobras were found on a passenger train in Vietnam after patrons complained to security officials about some bags that appeared to be moving. The incident was handled without any problems, but it caused one particularly irate passenger to exclaim, "I have had it with these made-up new snakes on this made-up new train." An ISD school in Pennsylvania recently gave away a Chevy Camaro as a reward to a student for perfect attendance and good grades. The school's car giveaway contest was chosen over several other less popular 80s themed giveaways, including get a C average and party with Scott Baio, or just drop out altogether and win a house in Detroit. After defeating super nerd Ken Jennings to become a Jeopardy champion, the supercomputer known as Watson has decided to go to med school after the IBM machine was offered a scholarship to Harvard. Meanwhile, the laptop I used to look at porn has just been accepted to Western. Congratulations, Sticky. A recent USA Today poll revealed that 33% of Americans would prefer to have Matthew McConaughey as their house guest for the summer. So move over, Brother Ron. There's a new shirtless drum-playing bong jockey in town.
Yeah.
As many of you know, Governor Snyder has appointed emergency managers to several townships in Michigan, most notably Benton Harbor. This action has led many people to speculate on what municipalities may be next on the governor's list of emergency management takeover. Here now to comment on documents leaked to the MissyLeaks website is MissyLeaks founder, Julius Marquette.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, Julius.
Thanks for having me, Bill.
Now, it's my understanding that your MissyLeaks website has gotten a hold of several memos that have been circulating through the governor's office recently, discussing some possible future takeovers. What can you tell us about these?
Well, Bill, the information we have leads us to believe that the governor's office is targeting Grand Rapids next.
Really? That's interesting. What do the city officials think about this?
Well, they don't really care, because the governor's office is only concerned with the John Ball Zoo.
Just the zoo, that can't be right.
No, that is correct, Bill.
Oh.
Governor Schneider and his Republican advisors are mostly concerned with the reptile house because they, quote, leaked memo, they, quote, felt at home with the other snakes.
Long way to get to that one. What other places could be possible targets of the governor's office?
Well, other information that has come to MissyLeaks, MissyLeaks.org, thank you. MissyLeaks is that Governor Schneider has also targeted the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
What? the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yes, that is correct, Bill. According to our information, Governor Schneider believes that there is a pure Michigan revenue opportunity stream at the bottom of Lake Superior. Of course, also the murky dank that surrounds an ad hoc tomb reminds the governor of his youth in Battle Creek.
Well, that does make sense. He's one tough nerd, though. I'm sure he can handle the bottom of Lake Superior.
Indeed, yeah.
At any rate, that sounds pretty extreme. Is the governor's office really serious about these plans?
Oh, he's very serious, Bill. Very serious, yes. Indeed, some of the information we have includes governor's attempt to appoint emergency managers for, indeed, the Big Vindy Bill, Chicago.
That can't be right. Hold on. That's too much. Even if the governor's office were serious about trying to take over Chicago, they may be taking on more they can handle at this point. Newly elected mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, has been described as a rather powerful dick. Can Governor Snyder handle powerful dicks?
I asked the governor this question after reading the Chicago memo, and I asked him, he said, well, after dealing with so many liberal egos in Lansing, he is capable of handling many small dicks, but he is more comfortable simply fucking people over in Michigan.
Oh, ouch. Julius Marquette, everybody! Don't forget to check out MichiLeaks. In other news, earlier this month, comedic actor Russell Brand was expelled from Japan for what officials described as prior offenses, including drug possession, lewdness, and the Arthur remake. And finally, a health board in Washington state has reversed itself and voted against endorsing a colon cancer awareness campaign which featured billboards that read, "What's up your butt?" Campaign organizers were disappointed, but noted that "What's up your butt" slogan was actually a softer version of the original "Cram it with walnuts, ugly."